What was the impact of the Vietnam War on the hippie movement's decline? What was the impact of the Vietnam War on the decline of the hippie movement? This question takes us back to a time of vibrant music, passionate protests, and a quest for peace. The Vietnam War played a significant role in shaping the hippie movement, both in its rise and its eventual decline during the late 1960s and early 1970s. Initially, the hippie movement emerged as a strong opposition to the war. Many young people embraced ideals of peace, love, and nonviolence, standing in stark contrast to the violence of the conflict. This anti-war sentiment fueled widespread protests, where draft cards were burned and public demonstrations took place. These actions raised awareness about the human cost of the war and shifted public opinion against it. However, as the war continued, the movement faced challenges that contributed to its decline. The increasing violence against peaceful protesters, including police brutality, took a toll on the movement. A tragic event like the Kent State Massacre in 1970, where unarmed students were killed by the National Guard, deeply affected the public's perception of the hippies. Many began to see them as radical and vulnerable, which reduced support for their cause. The repression faced by the hippies, combined with government crackdowns, made it harder for the movement to maintain its momentum. As the war dragged on, the idealism that once fueled the hippie era began to fade. The movement's philosophy often avoided direct political engagement, which made it difficult to stay relevant amid the harsh realities of war and societal backlash. Media coverage of violent incidents and chaotic events, such as the Altamont Free Concert, symbolized the end of the hippie era. This concert, intended to be a peaceful gathering, turned chaotic and violent, further fragmenting the movement. The atmosphere surrounding such events contributed to the decline of the hippie movement, as many young people began to seek more conventional paths. By the mid-1970s, with the Vietnam War coming to an end, the focus of the country shifted. The hippie counterculture lost much of its influence, and many young people moved away from the communal lifestyle. The anti-war energy that once defined the movement dissipated, marking a significant shift in the cultural landscape of the time. The legacy of the hippies' opposition to the Vietnam War remains a defining chapter of 1960s nostalgia. Their passionate call for peace and social change continues to be remembered, even as they faced violent resistance and eventual dissolution. The impact of the Vietnam War on the hippie movement's decline is a story of hope, struggle, and transformation that shaped a generation.